Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what I'm not going to be buying this year. Last year I have accumulated almost $3,000 worth of worst purchases, and of course I don't want a repeat of that, and I want to be more mindful of what I'm buying. So I created a list of 10 things that I won't be buying this year. So the first thing on my list are jackets. I have an obsession with jackets. I always want to buy a new jacket every single year, even though I don't necessarily need a new jacket. I have accumulated over 10 jackets throughout the past like 5 years, and I do want to say that a lot of my jackets are perfectly fine. None of them are ripped, so I don't need to buy a new jacket. I already have a really good winter jacket that will probably last me like a good 5 years, so I think I'm good for the next few years. A lot of these jackets are seasonal jackets, so it's not like I'm wearing them throughout the year and they're not worn out. The next on my list is stationery. I don't need any more stationery. Where I work, I get stationery gifts during Christmas, and I also get stationery gifts at the end of the school year. I have accumulated probably almost 5 years worth of stationery, but I do have back to school blues, and I always feel the need to buy new stationery. Ever since I was little, I was always so excited to go back to school just to buy new stationery. But because of my job, I no longer need to do that, and I can probably spend that stationery money on something that I actually do need. Next on my list is buying a specific sneaker in different colorways. So I've been collecting sneakers for quite a few years now, thanks to my boyfriend. And when I buy a certain sneaker and I'm in love with it, I tend to also want to buy it in different colorways. But I won't necessarily be wearing them because the only sneakers that I like to wear are white sneakers. For example, I have these Vapormaxes in 3 different colors: white, Oreo, and crimson pink. And you guys can probably already guess which one I wear the most, and it is obviously the white ones. I've only worn these ones a handful of times. I really do try to get a wear out of them because of the amount that I've paid for them. But to be honest, they're not my favorite colors to wear, so I probably just shouldn't have bought them anyways. Another example are these sneakers over here. I only like these white ones, and I know there are color, but it's very minimal to my eye. And this one over here, I think the yellow is just really overpowering, but the reason why I had to get this one was because they were really limited, and well, why not buy 2, right? So next on my list are handbags that are not functional. A lot of you may already know that I regret buying my Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 because it's not as functional as the Speedy B. So the Speedy B, it does come with a crossbody strap. The one that I have does not come with a crossbody strap, so it's not functional in a sense that you can wear it more than one way. It only comes with a top handle, and there's only so many ways that you can wear a top handle. And honestly, when you're out all day, you don't want to keep carrying your bag by the top handle or having it on your arm. Eventually, for me, I do get tired, and sometimes I carry quite a bit. If I had bought the Speedy B, it obviously would have been more functional in a sense that I could have wore it across my body, obviously, and not whine as much when my arms are tired. If you haven't watched my luxury wish list for this year, I tried to select bags that were more multifunctional so I wouldn't come across another situation where I regret buying a bag that is over $1,500. Next on my list are bodysuits. And I know bodysuits are really great for multiple reasons, but honestly, they're the most uncomfortable thing. Now I know everything seems great up at the top and you don't need to tuck your shirt in or anything like that, but once you have to clip the buttons in your private area and material goes up your bum and you're stuck wearing this bodysuit all day, it is the most uncomfortable thing. This may be TMI, but I get the biggest wedgie wearing bodysuits, and I also hate the button part as well. I hate that it just rubs against my skin, and it's also just not comfortable having this sit in your private area and there's so much material. It's just not that comfortable as people make it seem. If it didn't have this whole button area, I do think it is comfortable, but now the bodysuit is just not the most fun thing to wear when you need to go to the washroom. When I wear these, honestly, most of the time I'm filming a video and this part at the bottom isn't even done. I'm just wearing it as a regular top. Next on my list are cleansers. So over here I have almost $200 worth of cleansers, the Nivea one being the cheapest and this fresh one being the most expensive at $80. Some of these I haven't even opened just yet, and I feel like all of these cleansers can probably last me for the rest of this year going into the next year. So this year I'm gonna try to avoid buying any more cleansers because I honestly don't need any more cleansers and I should probably just use them. Next on my list are nail polish. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of nail polish, but as you can also see, I don't have any nail polish on. I've told myself a lot of times that I would get my nails done, or maybe I could also just do my own nails since I have a lot of nail polish, but honestly I am so lazy to do my nails and I just haven't gotten around to it. When am I ever gonna get to it? I don't know. So next on my list is fitness supplements. I've always used pre-workout to give myself that extra energy to work out. I've also been using BCAA to keep my energy levels high and also using protein to gain muscle. I know I'm not going to stop using protein because I know my protein intake is pretty low. As for the pre-workout and the BCAA, as I mentioned, it does help with performance, but I feel like when I'm not on it, my body just kind of shuts down. Like, it can't work without it, and I want my body and I want myself to obviously work on its own without it and not rely on these supplements to help myself perform better. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's making sense. In my head I know what I'm saying, but I know I'm not projecting it the right way. Next on my list is Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer. To begin with, I shouldn't even be using Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer because of the scent, and I'm slightly sensitive to scent, but also I have 3 jugs of hand sanitizer downstairs and I can just reuse the bottles and refill them instead of buying more dinky little travel size hand sanitizers. And the last thing on my list, plants. I need to stop buying plants. Last summer I bought a few plants and I've killed a few plants. I'm not a plant mom. I don't do my research. All I want to do is water them and put them by the sun. And I know that not all plants work that way, but in general, I'm just not a plant mom. Sadly, I can't be bothered with doing research on how to take care of certain plants and actually like remember them, because I'm not gonna remember them if I have a whole bunch that I have to water. And so in a result to that, a few of them have died. So there you guys have it. That is a list of things that I won't be buying this year. Hopefully I can hold myself accountable after making this video that I won't be buying these items, but I obviously can't be 100% with that. But it is a start and I am just hoping that things do get better. We'll just see how it goes. If you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, go do that right now, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys!